Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing fine. Today I'm going to talk about quiz one, what it is about, and how to get ready for it. Well, let's start with the marks. We have the following percentage given for this quiz, 5%. It's out of 5 marks. There are 5 questions, 0.9 marks each, plus notes, 0.5 marks. Register. So following should revise for the quiz, only 5 questions plus note taking. And so you will have to revise, first of all, note taking, how to take notes using Cornell note taking system. Punctuation, some basic punctuation, how to start a sentence with the capital letters, how to finish it with a full stop, commas within the sentence, and colons. Commas and colons actually are the part of the language use, and they are in Appendix 1 as well. So it's not like you have to know all the comma uses or all the colon uses, just the ones included in Appendix 1. So regarding language use, the following functions should be revised: cause and effect, classification, stating the purpose and the method, giving examples, predicting with different degrees of certainty, expressing opinion, and giving advice. So for all of these, there are separate videos and there are separate slides, and there is practice on Moodle quiz. I think one Moodle quiz or two. And of course, there is a lot of sufficient practice in the book as well. And please see the rubric for the grading criteria so that you know how each question is going to be evaluated. Well, so that's what you need to do. Before the quiz, you're going to watch the video for quiz 1 as many times as you need to take good notes, because you're going to use your notes to answer your questions. And mind you, if you miss the quiz, you will have to watch a different video and take different kind of notes, of course, for a different video. So it cannot happen that you have the same quiz just because you missed the first attempt. So you take the notes before the quiz, and that's important. You will not have time during the quiz to take notes. So you need to be ready before the quiz with all the notes taken, and the notes should be clear, should be well organized, and of course they are graded. During the quiz you'll have, as I said, 5 questions, and it's important that you answer them in full sentences. And by a full sentence, I mean there should be a subject and a verb in a sentence. You start with a capital letter and you finish it with a full stop. All right? I hope we're clear on that. And you are supposed to use the language structures, the ones that I mentioned in the previous slide, cause and effect, giving examples, blah, 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 stuff like that. And in each question, they'll be mentioned in brackets. So if you need to use cause and effect, it will be stated cause and effect. It does not mean that you need to talk about cause and effect. It means you need to use the language of cause and effect. All right. And if you don't do that, well, your marks will be reduced. And after the quiz, you're supposed to submit your answers and your notes. Oh, one more thing about the notes. It should not be a paragraph. It should not be like the whole script written, the whole script of of the video written. The notes should be taken in the way that is discussed in one of the videos. Moving on. So this is the example of good and bad answers. Okay, and that's the example of quiz question. One question, we'll discuss just one question. So here is the example of notes. Say you have taken these notes, they look like this, very nice, well organized and stuff like that. And the question is this: how do toxic chemicals affect human health? And you see here in the brackets, it says cause and effect and giving examples. It means that when you answer the question, you need to use the language of cause and effect. It can be a linking phrase, it can be a verb, it can be anything, with correct punctuation, of course, and the language of giving examples with correct punctuation as well. All right, now you can pause. You can pause now the video and try and answer this question based on these notes. These are supposedly your notes. Yeah. So you answer the question using these notes. Okay. Pause the video. Take your time, and then we'll discuss some samples of answers. Well, hopefully you have paused and you have your answer ready. And here are three answers. Okay. What you need to do now, you can look at your answer. You can look at answer 1, answer 2, and answer 3. Look at the rubric for this quiz and grade these answers. So if you look at the rubric and you try and assess each answer, it will be clear for you what you need to focus on. All right, so please open the rubric, look at these answers, give each answer a mark. And next, we'll discuss what mark should be given to each answer. Well, let's move on. Okay, oopsie, my face. So the first answer was, the question was, how do toxic chemicals affect human health? You need to use cause and effect language and the language of giving examples. All right? And the answer is depression of CNS, inducing cancer, aggravation of tissue, which is actually, taken from the notes, yeah? Where is it taken from? Here, from here. Yeah, from here. All right, so what would we give for the target languages? Yeah, if you look at the rubric, we divide the mark into 3 parts. The use of the target language from Appendix 1. These are like language of cause and effect, giving examples, defining, blah, blah, and stuff like that, which includes the spelling, word choice, punctuation, and grammar used in this target language. Yeah? And we separately look at the sentence structure, grammar, and punctuation from the rest of the sentence. Okay? And also, we assess the information. The information should the answer should match the video, information from the video. It should not be from your head, right? From somewhere, background information that you have. Of course, you know a lot of stuff, but the thing is, you should base your answer on your notes. And of course, it should make sense. It should be clear. It should not be something like a teacher cannot understand. All right. So let's see. So what did Ms. Maria give to target languages? 0. Why 0? Because you're supposed to use the language of cause and effect and giving examples, and we do not see anything like this. Not a single word. Not a single word. So 0. What about the oral language, organization of a sentence, and grammar and stuff? Well, there is something, and these words that are written, they are written without spelling errors, which is good. So that's why this person didn't get 0. Yeah. However, it's not a sentence at all. There is no subject, no verb, no sentence structure as such. However, a person used correct spelling, as I said, and commas. Bravo. What about information? So information is clear. Yeah. What does the question? What do they cause for human health? This, and this. Yeah. This can be examples of the effects, and they're taken from the notes, and they're kind of clear. They're clear. Yeah. Like you can understand what it means. However, the sentence structure is not appropriate. That's why mark is reduced. Next answer was toxic chemicals affect depression of CNS, inducing cancer and aggravation of tissue. So for the target language use for cause and effect and examples, I gave 0.1. Why? Because there is something about cause and effect. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Cause and effect. However, it's not a verb. There should be a verb, and it's a noun. And also there is nothing about giving examples, language of giving examples. So 0.1. Yeah, it's attempted but not used accurately. And yeah, for oral language and organization, it's 0.1. Why? There is a sentence. However, it just well, first of all, you cannot affect depression. You cannot say affect inducing cancer. You cannot say affect aggravation of tissue. You can say cause, right? Cause the depression, or the chemicals induce cancer, and toxic chemicals cause aggravation of tissue or cause cancer. Yeah? So yeah, it looks like it is a sentence. It is a sentence. It has a subject and a verb, but it's not English. And information. What about information? It's accurate. It's accurate. Yeah. Well, you can understand what a person meant. Yes. Language is not really okay, but we cannot deduct marks from both. Next. Toxic chemicals have negative effects, for example, ingestion, absorption, and inhalation. So what are we having here? The target language use. Yeah. We're having, it's already better than the previous ones because we have here effects, whatever. Yeah, the language of cause and effect. We have the language of giving examples. However, again, this should be a noun and it's a verb. And plus 1 comma is missing here. So it's not completely not accurate, not completely accurate. Okay, next one. Well, what are we having here? Have negative effects, for example, ingestion, absorption, inhalation. Well, actually, probably I would give even 0.2. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Maybe here I was a bit too strict. I would give 0.2, not 0.1, because overall it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense, but it refers to information. But grammatically it's okay. This error here refers to the mistake in the target language use. So we have already deducted it from here, so we cannot penalize it here. Yeah, 0.2, of course. And information, guess what, is 0. Why? Why? Because the question was what effects, yeah? What effects do toxic chemicals have on human health? But ingestion, absorption, and inhalation are not the effects. If you look at the notes, if you look back at the notes, these are not the effects. They are the ways of intoxication. I don't know, the ways they get into a human body, right? So the information is wrong. It's not matching the notes. Yeah. Well, what would a good answer be? This would be a good answer. Because it matches all the criteria. You can take a look again. It has the language of cause and effect, language of example, giving examples with correct punctuation, correct grammar, correct spelling of this language. Also, the sentence structure is correct. All the words used in the correct way. No spelling errors. Perfect. I guess. It always can be better, but well, it's okay. It's full stop. And information is correct. Yeah. So how do toxic chemicals affect them? They affect a human body in various ways. Can be probably said something like negative ways, negatively or something. And also we have example. We just have example to illustrate it. That's it. So that would be okayish. Not perfect, but okayish. And one more thing. The last question out of 5 will be a critical thinking question, which will require you to give your opinion, predict something maybe, or give advice. Yeah, or all together. So, of course, even though it's your opinion, it should be based on your notes. So you say, okay, I think blah, 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 because, and then you use the information from the notes. It should not be based on, something from your head again, right? And also, of course, like when you watch the video and you don't understand something, right? Something about the topic, I suggest you read more about the topic if you don't understand it, so that you can have your opinion, right? Well, that's all for now. That's it. Wishing you good luck in the quiz.